If you guys are open to it, sometimes I like to talk to a couple in the audience and just find out their love story and see if it helps rejuvenate my faith and love. You guys cool with that? Okay. That means I'm only going to disappoint about 60% of the audience, so that's a pretty good. Are you two open to that? You can totally say no, because I know some people are weird about that. I can talk to you. I have your enthusiastic consent. Just be honest. Don't try to be funny or sarcastic or tell me lies. Some people think that, like, oh, I got to say weird out. I just want to hear the true story. Is that cool? All right, I'm going to step down so we can all hear you. So what are your names?
My name is Renee.
Anna.
Renee and Anna. That is the most feminine name for the most masculine, terrifying man. Is there anything more terrifying than a masculine man who has a feminine name? It's like, yeah, my name's Renee. You have kicked so much ass, and I just hope that I'm not the next one. The only thing that I'm more afraid of than the mountain gods is Renee, all right? I would rather have a rock slide hit me because I angered the mountain gods than upsetting Renee. Okay, Renee, and one more time?
Anna.
Renee and Anna. Okay, very cool. So Renee and Anna, how long have you been together, and what's kind of your relationship status?
30 years. 30 years.
30 years. Very good. And married? Married 30 years.
25.
Okay, married 25, together 30. That's incredible. I love that you don't have a ring. It's tattooed on you. So she's like, yeah, if you're going to break up with me, you're going to need a laser. You are not returning that ring. It is going to be some painful laser removal surgery. All right, Renee and Anna, where did you two meet?
LA.
LA.
Oh.
Just LA?
Yeah.
Just the city in general? You were just on the street, woman! I am man seeking woman. And Renee is like, I am woman seeking man with woman's name.
That's fucked up.
Okay, I'm angering Renee. Now I'm trying to find where the edge is. Okay. So.
A blind date.
Oh, a blind date in LA. So your like friends hooked you up?
Yes.
My friend.
Your friend? Okay. So, Anna, what was your first impressions when you first saw Renee? I have asked that question so many times. I've never had such an explosive response of just pure laughter.
He has to tell you the phone call. He has to tell you the phone. Our very first.
Okay, evidently, Renee, you have to tell us so there was a phone call before the blind date?
Okay, before cell phones. I'm a truck driver. So I pulled over to call her and she's like, hey, can you call me back? I'm watching my favorite show.
90210.
Beverly Hills 90210? Hell yeah.
So I call her a couple hours later. She says, hey, can you call me back? I'm watching my other favorite show, Melrose Place. Now, I'm kind of in the middle of a divorce at the time, so I'm a little desperate. So I'm like...
Women find that so attractive, I'll tell you.
So I call her back a third time and she says, hey, can you call me back? I'm on the phone with my sister long distance from New Mexico. I'm like, but like a desperate I call her back. Here I am, bro.
We're from New Mexico, but we lived in LA.
You're from New
I'm
Mexico.
from New Mexico, but he's from Alamogordo, so I'm from Silver City, originally.
Okay, nobody cares. So anyway, he just said the most interesting thing, and then you're like, so we were born. It was a Tuesday, as the winds descended upon El Paso, Texas. The arid dry of New Mexico was like the love in our heart, seeking an oasis of love. Okay.
New Mexico brought us together.
Okay, New Mexico brought you together. Okay, so your friend is like, I know this great guy, his name's Renee, you should go out with him. No, Renee is already saying that's not how it happened. Okay.
So I was working at a gym and her friend thought that I was into her, but I wasn't. So instead of me asking her out, she goes, hey, why don't you ask my friend out? And I'm like, all right, chick's a chick. I wasn't into her.
You are by far the most desperate man. Just like, does it got a leg and a vagina?
Hey, it was a different time, bro.
It was yeah, it was. Yeah.
Hey, I was going through divorce. I wasn't doing good in my life. This chick had it together, and I had nothing together.
All right.
I was hanging out, doing real bad. And like my kids say, she saw a fixer-upper, but she's doing good now, so it's all good.
It all worked.
It all worked.
It all worked.
I love that. That is heartwarming. And thank you. That's very vulnerable. I don't want anybody to feel bad when I do this. I just want to know your story. And so, okay, so you're working at a gym. Another woman at the gym thinks you're into her. You're like, I'm not into you. And she's like, well, I have a friend. You're like, give me her number. And then you called her while you were driving truck 4 times because she's addicted to crappy drama teenage television. I love 90210. I cannot cite you for that. Whatever, Brenda or Luke Perry. Do I want Brenda or Donna? I don't know. I'm just going to do this. All right, not a lot of 90210 fans. Okay. So, Anna, what was your first impression? So you finally met, right? So he called you, get you on. Do you remember your first date?
We went to see White Zombie.
Oh, nice!
Band, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I know White Zombie well enough.
They're a metal band.
Oh, yeah, I'm not. Do they have like a hit? Did they ever break into mainstream?
No.
That we would know?
No,
Okay.
no.
I was going to say that. Oh, you know her? Okay. Well, talk about it when you're interrupting me. I love you too. You're so. By the way, if you hadn't gone to the bathroom, this could have been you. But you skipped out of the check and you skipped out of getting interviewed. All right. So Anna Renee. Okay. So you went to a metal concert. That's a pretty big first date, you know. But then it's also like you don't have to talk. You just have to headbang. I love that. He just looks over. She says. He's like, well, she is a chick. So.
Oh, but there was one on the night we met. I met Elvira.
Oh, the Elvira?
I met
And they moved our seats from up front to the bottom because she won the long tongue
And I'm not going to
competition.
do it.
of
I'm
all
not
the
going to do
girls.
it right now at all.
Whoa, hold on. So you were sitting far away from the stage. There was a long tongue competition. You all following this? She wins the long tongue competition.
And I met Elvira.
And you met Elvira, and then you got to move closer. You saw her tongue, and you were thinking all kinds of naughty things, and we know it. It's like, she's a chick with a long tongue. I am winning the lottery right now.
No, that's not what happened. There was another guy that won the long tongue competition, and everybody started yelling, kiss, kiss, and I'm like, is this chick gonna kiss this dude on her date? And she didn't. So.
She has standards. Love the one you're with. Okay, so Anna and Renee, so you went to the White Zombie concert. So let's just skip ahead a little bit. Anna, when did you know, was there a moment or something where you knew, Renee, this is the man that I want to be with for the rest of my life?
The next week, I had a problem with ants in my apartment, and he wanted me to go buy ant spray, and we never left each other after that. He stayed at my house after that.
Wow.
But she didn't give me none that night. It took another 2 months. So
Okay.
it's like, what the fuck? That's why she didn't. I was like, there's something different about this girl.
Yeah. She won't kiss random guys at the concert. She won't hook up with me because I killed her ants once. She's special. She's special. Lesser women, they would have put out by now, you know.
And it worked.
And it worked. Okay. So one last question for both of you, Anna and Renee. If you could get just like a life lesson to the world, like your legacy, just like a one phrase, like some wisdom about life, love, relationship, whatever. What would that be, Renee?
Sometimes you just gotta shut the up.
We can see why he's been together for 30 years, everybody. That has served him well. And thank you for saying that to a comedian with a microphone who talks for a living. Okay. Anna, what about you?
Love the one you got.
Love the one you got. Don't kiss the other man with the long tongue. No way. All right. How about a round of applause for Anna and Renee, everybody? Now, they didn't know I was going to do this, but
Now you're going to make a song.
everybody, I would now like to present to you the love song of Anna and Renee. He was driving a truck and his life had run out of luck. He was so desperate that pretty much any woman he would I know, I feel that it was right there, miss. Don't look at me like that.
Kind of true.
He gave her a call and said, baby, would you like to go? She said, I can't talk right now, I'm watching 90210. He called her back, in his voice there was so much grace. She said, baby, not right now, now I'm watching Melrose Place. Renee had been through some hard times, and his life he didn't feel so young. But little did he know he was about to fall in love with a woman with a very long tongue.
That's great.
But sometimes with love, there's no one to blame. I bet Anna never thought she would end up with a man with such a feminine name.
You're wrong.
But they've been together 30 years. Life has so much kicks. And for Renee, it didn't matter. She was just a chick. I'm sorry. Guys, this is a lot harder than it looks, okay? Sometimes I gotta take some low-hanging fruit, all right? Will you give me a break? Just stalling to think of another rhyme. But Renee, he was anxious, wanted to get in her pants. He couldn't believe she didn't put out when he killed her ants. But when they met, Renee saw her and said, sup. But then Renee learned that from then on to shut the fuck up! It's been 30 years, but they love each other every day. How about a round of applause for the love of Anna and Renee? Hey, what time is it? How much longer should I go? 5 minutes? That could have been you two.